Called Looking Through a Doorway, and it's mixed media, so it's collage and oil pastels. So this is the end result. First, all you need is a piece of paper, construction paper, black construction paper, white paper, a pencil, an eraser, and chalk. And I don't have my chalk with me. But I just used some just cheap sidewalk chalk or, just blackboard chalk. And first I drew an arch on the construction paper. Then I cut out the arch. So here's what I did. I cut out the arch so that it would match the 9x12 paper. So this is 9x12 construction paper. Then I cut it out, so you'll need a pair of scissors. You may want to do this at home and have these already cut out for the students, or if you think you can get this done in an hour, you can do it in a classroom. So I cut this arch here. I removed this till later. I traced my arch so that you can see it. I traced it with one of the pastels I'll be using in the project. Here's the pastel colors I used for this project, which are browns, white, yellow, orange, greens, and blue, and a gray. All right. I'm going to outline this with a Sharpie so that you can see it. So it's a simple drawing that you start with. I'm going to draw my road here. Do you want to close that door, Steve? Down here. There's another road here. Some trees. And the vineyard rows. Of sand or dirt or wherever they do their plantings. So they're like long U's. And I'll connect them with ground. So there's your drawing. It's very simple. You may want to take a still shot of this so we can send that, a photograph. Okay, next we'll color. And I start at the top and I'll just color, mass in some light blue, white, blend these together for the sky. Now, I tell the students to color solid, but I do want them to learn to blend, not with their fingers, but with the oil pastel. So I'll use the white again. You don't need to use as much blue as I did. And then next, I'm going to use a light green for the top hillside. So I'm just coloring as I go down using my pastels, my oil pastels. The top road will be yellow. I'll put that in. I'm just trying to do this in a hurry so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here to the dark green. So I'm going to have dark green down here. I want you to see the colors. Put dark green here. This will be yellow and orange here, so I'm going to use yellow again. So you got a lot of yellow and green in this painting. I go on top of this with orange. Now, due to the time restraints, I won't be able to color this the way I colored it for the final project because of the 10-minute limit I have on this. So I'm going to go ahead and mass in some dirt here. The plantings are going to be lighter than the, I'll put some lines in here. So you'll color dark brown between the rows, and then I use white with some lines like this, white, and then I just put some lines to show the rows of vineyard plantings. Let me smooth that in. Can blend it, give it more texture. And I blended it with, I drew it with light orange, light brown, orange, and dark brown, and then blended it with white. Now for the darks, I used black because we don't have really a lot of darks in these boxes of oil pastels. So I'm going to use black to get a real ultimate black. Here's a row of black down here to make things stand out that are darker than others. Let's see, there'll be a row here of dark. Some black up here. And then you just blend it with your green. Go over it, blend. Then I'll use a white on the end. You can also go over it with a light green too, if you want to. I'm going in a circular motion now just to give some tree texture. Then at the end, use a little white. Same up here, I'm using a dark green for this hedge. I'm going over the black, going up and down to make tree line. Then I'll add a little brown. And then a little white. Now remember, all this will be colored solid once you lay in the color. Once again, on this, I'll go down to this. So that's how you do the hedges and the trees. I'm going to go back down to this road and add more brown to it for texture. Then I'm going to go back over it with this color, orange, or yellow-orange. And you can go this way too, if you want. Then I'll go over it with a little white. So you can see that blending with the different oil pastels make a beautiful scene like this. So the last thing you do after this is completed is you take your cutout piece here and you're going to use a glue stick. And it's best to kind of have the students put this on in a circular motion so that it covers the whole circumference or the parameter around the drawing. So I'm using a circular motion, and then very carefully I will line this up to make my doorway. So that you have this at the end. Now if there's excess white showing, you can color over it with black, with your black crayon. Or extend your picture out if there's excess inside the arch. But that is the mixed media project.